So in this video, we're going to show you how to create a financial dashboard in PowerPoint by using our Datapoint plugin. So first off, we always start with the data. So this is an Excel spreadsheet that has a balance sheet and has some various calculations. We've got here, profit and loss, gross profit margin, net profit margin, acid test, debt to equity ratios, and etc. So basically, it's pretty much a standard financial statement that you would have in any organization. Now let's go to a PowerPoint. What I've done here is, just for the sake of speed and because I'm not really that great at graphic design, I've exported a lovely PowerPoint template from Canva. And so this is giving me just a lovely tool to start with in this case. So here's the slide I first started on, and I wanted to show the total revenue, the expenses, and the profit. So how did I do this? So first off, you go to the Datapoint ribbon up here that you'll see after you've installed Datapoint. You go to the Connections section and you choose List. And in this case, it's an Excel spreadsheet. So I go down and I've gone to this and I've created, by clicking on Add Connection, I've created a connection called Acme Financials for that. And I did that really just by browsing to my hard drive to find it. And it was very important, whenever you create these, it will say new connection or new query. It's very important to rename them at each point. And then what I did was I created some of the additional ones for profit and loss, balance sheet, gross profit margin as queries. So for profit and loss, I went here, I went add query, and I'll just click on edit query so you can see, and I chose the worksheet from the spreadsheet that I'm using. You can also set up how often you want this to refresh. So if you want it to be a live financial dashboard, you could have it refreshing every 60 seconds. If it was going to be daily, you could do that. And down here, it shows you the information so that you can see ahead of time what you're doing. So once I've created these queries, what I did here was I then needed to connect this text box to that query. So the first one here is total revenue. Click on the text box, click on text box up here under the Datapoint ribbon. And then what I do is I just go to which of the data connections do I want to use, and then I chose the column until I found the right one. A couple things I had to do here. The actual format for this was 4 million, 4 comma and 6 zeros. So that wasn't going to work out. So what I had to do is I had to do a couple things to format it. First off, I use this custom formatting here to get rid of the everything, the zeros after the two commas, and you can find the documentation for that in the documentation area. Second thing I had to do was I had to do the suffix on it to put an M after it to have that work. So this is some of the formatting and the rules that you can set up for this. And then I went ahead and just really did the same thing with expenses, text box, and just again chose the next row in this case, and so on. For the financial ratios, something very similar. I really just copied the page and then set up the financial ratios. So to get the gross profit margin, once again, click on the text box, click on that text box, and here I chose the gross profit margin instead of, for the connection instead of the other connections. And once again, I had to format this a bit. In this case, I really just chose percentage in this case. So in essence, that's it in a nutshell. You're able to connect each text box, each chart, each image, every object within PowerPoint easily to any database using Datapoint. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like and subscribe button on the YouTube video and reach out to us if you have any questions about using Datapoint. Thanks so much for listening.